Hello everyone, welcome back. Before I get into today's video, this is my black locust tree. We go for a drive, myself and my wife, every evening. We go down to the waterfront, and there's a garden that has one of these growing in it. And it's always fascinated us when we pass it. It looks fantastic, and I've never known what it was. And then one day I was in a garden centre and I saw the tree, and I bought it without even asking them what it was, which I should have done. And I've had it now for a couple of years, and I never knew what it was until yesterday. I finally found out. It's a black locust tree. It's got some really kind of unusual twirly kind of foliage on it. Has been grafted there, but it's not too bad a graft. It's slowly but surely. On the back it's completely gone. I haven't really done much time with it. I did do a bit of pruning, did a big chop here and did a little bit of pruning, but it seems to drop branches for some reason, so I'm a bit reluctant, but I will have to do a little bit of pruning on it. And again, decide on branches with 3 coming out here and 1 coming out the crotch here, so we'll do a video on that sometime. Yeah, so that's just a little update on that. Okay, so today's video is about my ficus. Somebody asked me, do I have any ficus or fig trees? So I said I'd just do a little bit of an update and stuff on them. These are my edible figs. If you've been watching my channel, you will have seen me. I had these, they were quite big, growing over a rock. Just try and fix the camera a bit. Oh, it's playing up again. Yeah, I had them growing over a rock, and I chopped them all back and planted them in here. I wasn't sure what I'm going to do with them, whether I plant them over a rock again or make some sort of forest out of them. I wasn't sure, but over the rock they just didn't look right. So as you can see, there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 definitely growing. This one at the back here, this top branch I think is dead, but its bud here is greening up, and so is this one here, so that's alive. This one's bud is greening up, so that's okay. And this one here has 2 buds greening up on it, so I think that'll make it. The only one I think didn't make it is this one, so we'll take that one out, but that's not bad considering this one here, it's rooted in. I'm not sure if this is coming from that one's root or not, but yeah, other than that, the rest seem to have taken quite good. So, and they were just cut, a lot of them were just chopped back and just stuck in, but they all seem to have taken, as you can see. So they're my edible figs. Put them out the way a minute, put them down here. Now the other edible fig one I had was this one. Again, it was just one of these were all collected on the side of the road. It was a branch growing down. I just snapped the branch off and I brought it home, chopped it up, put it in to a pot, and they all took. I think one didn't, but all the rest took, so they grow really good from cuttings. So I planted on them ones over rock, but then I took them out last time and chopped them up. This one I planted over a rock when I did them ones, because this was it was a leftover one. It was in a small little pot, so I just planted that over a rock. So as you can see, that's growing well. So I'll move that one out the way. Now my ficus, I had quite a few more, but I got rid of them when I got rid of my greenhouse. I kept this one. This one was the very first ficus I got. It's a tiger bark. They're all tiger barks, the ones I have. And I didn't like it. It was one of these S-shaped ones. I had it for a couple of years and it was growing great, but I just didn't like it. Never liked it. So then I did a video one day and I just did a big chopped it off. They were in my shed for the winter under lights, not heated. And then I brought them out when the weather picked up, but they weren't doing anything. This just was sitting there dormant. So then I got that small little greenhouse, just one of them cheap little plasticky ones, just so I could put these couple of trees in just to help them grow a bit. And it's been in for a couple of weeks and already now we're getting a lot of budding pushing on it now, because I was beginning to think it wasn't going to make it, but yeah, with buds all around the bottom pushing and up here. So I think in the next few weeks that should push out quite well. This is just a small one I had again for quite a while. It was probably a cutting off, that one, and I put him on top of that monk, wrapped him up. You can see it's pretty locked on tight now. The only thing I was a bit sorry was I put this root going back there. I should have put it straight down, but when we do a repot we might change that, put that root going straight down. But again, it was sitting outside for a month or so, not growing at all, just sitting there when I brought it out of the shed. But I put it into that little greenhouse now, and you can see now already in the last 2 weeks it's really starting to push out loads of leaves, so I'm expecting to see that in full leaf soon. Now I have this one here. This one is actually the, let me just put it on the box so we can see it a bit better. This one is actually the chop that I took off the top of the other one. I actually had another piece, but the other piece, when it was in the shed, got knocked out of its pot and I didn't notice, and it just dried out and died. So I still have this piece. Now again, I'm not really liking the shape of it. It's kind of a bit of an oddball-y kind of shape, so what I'm thinking is cutting that off there, just to make a nice little tree standing up, and then we'll develop this as a tree. This was I just chopped this. There was 1 or 2 roots, aerial roots, so I planted it in this pot, and the aerial roots have grown in, and I just looked at it a while ago and there's tiny little roots just starting to come out the bottom of that. So I want to kind of plant it a little bit better, get it more deeper in the soil, and I think I'm going to take this top one off. I think I'd rather grow it as, take a chance and grow that as a little tree than, and chance, try it as a cutting. In that little greenhouse they seem to be growing quite well, and I think if I do it as a cutting we might be successful, and at least then I've got this tree and this one rather than this kind of funny looking thing. So that's what I'm going to do now first. So hopefully it'll take and it'll be okay. But in that little greenhouse they seem to be really doing well. It's really nice and warm and humid in there, so I'm thinking of taking it off. I'll take it across here maybe. Like that. See, that will make a nice little tree of its own if it survives. If it doesn't, I'd rather not have it than have it growing in a stupid kind of shape, which will always annoy me. Now I'm going to cut this one back to here. I'll just give a room for a bit of dieback just in case. So we'll just grow that one like that now. You can see that now like that. Yeah, we'll just leave that one as is. We'll let it shoot out a bit, maybe do a repot on that a little bit later on. Give it another week or two to grow some more roots. Okay, so we'll put that one over there for now. And this guy, yeah, I'd rather take the chance now and grow that as a little tree than to have it growing for years and then decide to cut it off because it's annoying me. I'll just put it in that little pot there like that. Just put a bit of mesh in the bottom. It's got a nice big drainage hole, this part. Get a bit of soil in it. Plant it quite deep so it'll be quite top heavy, but it will be in the greenhouse, so it shouldn't blow over or anything. Okay, I don't think it needs any rooting hormone or anything like that. Well, I do have this liquid rooting hormone, so maybe what I'll do is when I water it, I'll just add some of this to the water and give it a good soaking, so that's at least in the water with it. Okay, so we'll just put him to one side until I take him out to pad him up. Yeah, let's try and find some of the bug in here. That with it, so don't forget. And my other last one is this. This one. This is my only kind of big one left now. Again, it was one had a funny kind of a kink in the tree. You can see it there from the side. So I planted it over this rock just to kind of disguise the kink a bit, kind of fit the profile of the rock nicely, and it just makes it look a little bit like it grew there and it's supposed to be there. Now the leaves have been a bit burnt now. This one is outside, so I'm gonna give this one a pruning. It's all the leaves have kind of browned off a bit, got a bit scorched being outside, so just reduce it back a little bit. I won't do a massive prune on it today, it's because it's only just kind of starting to grow some vigor, so I'll let it get strengthened up a bit, and then I'll give it a good hard pruning back maybe in a couple of weeks when the sun is, when the weather's really picks up. I'm just not trusting the weather right now. If I was putting it indoors, if I had my greenhouse now, then I'd give it its pruning, but because it's outside, I just don't want to trust the weather because it's not been the best. We have some nice hot sunny days and then the temperature can drop quite a lot. I'm just going to basically take off some of these burnt leaves. back a little bit. Okay, so I'll just take out some of these inward facing branches just to let a bit more light in. Okay, we'll leave it like that just for another couple of weeks just to help grow its vigor. Okay, so yeah, that's all my ficus and fig trees. Like I said, I used to have quite a few more when I had the greenhouse, but without a greenhouse it's too difficult here. I also have some jades and stuff, so any room I have indoors, like in my porch and stuff, is full of jades. So I have to reduce some of my tropical trees back when I don't have a greenhouse. So that was why I sacrificed a few of these. I kept a few of my jades. Okay, so that's the end of this video. Hopefully you liked it, and that shows what figs I have. And as always guys, don't forget to like, subscribe, and we will see you on the next one. Thanks for watching.